We're back on Timeless Performers with Eric Schiffer, the CEO of Patriarch Equity and Digital Marketing, and we're discussing his early years as an entrepreneur. And so by the time you were 15, what happened?
You know, I've got really into sports. I was selling real estate at the time. I got
real estate?
I got my real estate license.
I
think I was 16 when I got my real estate license. Yeah. Maybe it was 18. I think you had to be 18. But I was
in California.
I was actually going out and procuring opportunities for people that were brokers and then turning those deals over to them. And interested in writing at that time, and also, you know, anywhere where there were opportunities. I remember one year my parents had gone to Europe. And they would like to go to Europe. And so they left us with my grandparents, my poor grandparents.
Your poor grandparents? Why were they poor grandparents?
Well,
because they couldn't keep up with you guys?
Well, what happened was at night they would leave. So they'd go to their home. So we stayed in the house. And I remember creating this huge party.
Oh, gosh.
And we sent out flyers, and it had the picture of President Reagan speaking. And then underneath it had this Ferrari. With this beautiful, attractive, potentially assistant for President Reagan.
Right.
And I must have had 1,000 people there, but we charged.
Oh gosh.
So I mean, it was, you know, back then it was like $5 to $10 to get in. And I remember the police coming to the door because it was too loud.
Well, I can imagine 1,000 people would be.
Yeah, it was too loud. And we had MTV back then playing, and, you know, I mean, it was very professional.
Is this 18 or 19?
No, I think it was like 17 at
17.
the time, yeah. And I had $2,000-$3,000 in $1 and $3 bills stuffed in my pants.
I thought you were selling something, right?
And the police come, and I didn't want to let them in. You know, and they said, well, there was some disturbance in the house. And I knew that wasn't the case because the house was locked. And so it was an interesting evening, you know. Let's see. I think I was released from jail around 3 in the morning.
You know, California is the kind of place that almost anything goes here. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You can do almost anything. You can be an entrepreneur. You can be whatever you want to be.
You can be a man and dress like Cher.
That's right. You could do whatever.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Something I would do.
Right.
You know.
But that's true. But you know what's interesting?
Sunny, maybe.
Yeah. What's interesting to me is that, you know, young kids today have businesses, and you know, before Shark Tank there was an invention show, and one of the guys was actually from Cincinnati, Ohio. That was a major it was called invention.org. I can't even remember.
Yeah, I remember this.
Do you remember this?
Yes, I do. Yes.
And then Shark Tank came along, and you know what? You're going to die when you hear this. What I do is I watch the program to see who doesn't make it, and then I contact them. Because if I really like the product,
sure,
I'm going to go after what it is, and I'm going to market it.
Sure.
And
sure.
I think that you have to be a certain type of a person that really likes that challenge. Wouldn't you say it's a challenge to you, isn't it?
I think it's ensuring that you're following a vision for yourself and for people. And it's absolutely a challenge, but it's more than that. To me, it's an opportunity to create something from thin air. It's an opportunity to build something that is significant. And
like a brand.
And I like to build.
Yeah.
You know, in fact, my new book that'll be coming out in December.
And
it's
where's
the title.
Yeah, okay.
It's called Build, and the whole concept is giving people strategies to build their business, to build themselves, and also to live as freely as possible, wherever they may be. I mean, today it's so great because you can live like you have all over the world, make a living wherever you may be. I mean, you're an example. You are a visionary way ahead of what many millennials want for their life today, which is to be able to carve out a path and go and live anywhere in the world and make a living and enjoy the process of doing that. And you did it. You've done it, you know.
And I love it.
And I know you do. I know, and so do I. I mean, I enjoy being able maybe stay in Rio for a couple months and work there,
Right.
or be in Europe for some time. And so I think that people recognize today that the experience is many times more important than the product that they buy.
Right.
And you can live an experience as an entrepreneur that that blows up these cubicles. I like to blow up cubicles.
I can't, you know what, whoever came up with cubicles and sitting in team situations, I don't know how you could ever have a vision or how you could ever have a quiet moment to be able to handle anything. I love being my own boss, and I have for a long time now, because I can be, excuse me, in my pajamas, I can be in anything I want to be. I've got the phone, I've got all the things that I need right there. And like you said, you can be anywhere. And I had to learn how to do that, Eric. And there's a lot of people that can't structure themselves to do that. I don't have to have somebody around me all the time. And people are amazed that people like ourselves can do a lot of things ourselves without having 20,000 people helping us.
Right.
Am I right?
And you also have a good man behind
Right,
you.
I do.
Too.
I have a
you,
great
you
man.
You have a great husband of
I have
40 plus years.
45.
45 years.
And then there's other people that I actually contract.
Yeah.
I came up with that a
Hopefully
long
you're not contracting with him. Well, I guess you
No,
are.
no. They're graphic designers.
Yeah.
They're different people that I work with that are non-employees.
Sure.
That I've had around for a long, long time. And
I have a question for you.
Sure.
How did you make the relationship successful after 45 years?
Oh, with my husband?
Yeah, I mean, what are your secrets?
Communication is one thing. Never going to bed angry. Starting in the morning with some form of prayer or something like that, or meditation. Telling that person you love them no matter what. Going through all the things together, and working them out. I mean, there were times when he was gone and I had the responsibility of the kids and everything.
Sure.
So I think now the tide has turned a little bit, but he, I think, enjoys what he's doing, or he would have quit a long time ago. And so now I'm traveling more and taking him with me when he can take
That's
off.
nice.
Which is nice, It's just you have to be. I'm glad we're not this. I couldn't be married to the same personality. I'd kill him. I'd kill that person. So he is kind of shy, but he's outspoken. He is behind. He doesn't like to be in front, unless it's his job. What he does still, and he works full time. Plus, he does this. So we need to take a short break on that note, and we'll be right back. And what's that book again? Where can you get it?
Build. And it'll be coming out in December.
In December. And of course, I'm going to get that first copy, right?
And you shall.
Okay, and we'll do a review on it. How about that? We'll be right back after these messages on Timeless Performer with Eric Schiffer, the CEO of Patriarch Equity and Digital Marketing. We'll be right back.